Yeah, I think, listen, I think that when I had the opportunity to, be a free agent in this process, and when Denver was allowed me to be able to speak to teams and have that process and go through that process, it's the first time I've ever gone through that process. It kind of feels like you're at the combine almost all over again, almost in a way. You're kind of going through this interview process with people and getting to meet people, and I think that there's a few things that just jumped off the board about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number one, I got to play here. Played in Seattle in CenturyLink in 2015. It was a great game, back and forth, and it was just a battle all the way down to the wire. And I just remember the players that they had, and just the competitors and that we had, and just at that time, and now it's just and then coming here in 2018, playing here, just the atmosphere, walking into the stadium, walking into Acrisure Stadium, and just the energy. I remember the towels, I remember Renegade, I remember the whole thing, and I remember the game coming down in the fourth quarter. And I think that at the end of the day, why I love this game is because it's the greatest team sport there is. It's the greatest team sport there is. What winning looks like, it's all 22 pieces, and then you add the special teams as well, so you really 33 plus more, and all the people in the background that you don't get to see. And so to me, when I got to talk to Cam Hayward, talked for an hour on FaceTime, got to talk, and just it was this cool experience of a guy who's been at the top of his game for so long, but also a man who's made a difference in a community, a guy who's made a difference not just in Pittsburgh, but around the country, and just all the things he's done. He's solidified himself as one of the best players interior in the game. I think also after that, the next morning, I got to talk to Omar. I got to talk to Coach Tomlin, on Zoom. I don't know. I think ever since COVID, everybody's on Zoom for the first part of it, and it's supposed to be a 15-20 minute conversation. Next thing you know, it's an hour and a half later, and I think that winning is a habit. And Coach knows what those habits are like, and that's what really fired me up. And then Omar, obviously, he's done an amazing job of really bringing this team together. And then obviously our goal is to acquire some other great players. Obviously, you got to see guys that we have coming in today. Obviously, Mr. Queen himself, and just the player that he is. And so for me, that was a key thing. And then as we were on the call, actually on the Zoom call, fast forward, Minka's calling, and I had to get off the call with them. And, get to FaceTime. Minka goes, "You like to compete, you like to get after, you like to win?" I said, "Of course I do." And so we were just laughing about that, just the banter back and forth, the love for the game. And then I got to talk to TJ, and just his energy, his focus, his detail of wanting to be the best in the world every time he steps in between the white lines. We've obviously gotten to go against each other several times. He got a lot of respect and a lot of regard. Obviously, University of Wisconsin guys, so I know a lot about him, and vice versa. And so for me, that was the process, and then I got to come here and actually put my feet in the ground in the city, and I got to go around the city and just see the energy of the Pittsburgh Steelers and the fans, and just go by the stadium, and just all of that was a big part of it for me. And I was fortunate to have several teams call and all that, but this is the place that I wanted to be a Pittsburgh Steeler, and to wear the black and gold. It's a true honor, it's tradition, it's history. There's 6 trophies in there, and we got to go get 7.